Good morning. Now we are going to discuss about velocity in mechanism. In the previous classes, we discussed how to find the velocity in mechanisms using instantaneous center method. In this class, we'll see how to determine the velocity of mechanisms using relative velocity method. And I am P. Vijayalakshmi, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, Thandai Periyar Government Institute of Technology, Vellore. So first of all, let us see what is relative velocity. So let us consider two bodies A and B. Body A is moving with a velocity of VA and body B is moving with a velocity of VB. So here you can represent that as vectors as VA vector and VB vector. Now, the relative velocity is when you are in the body A and if you are looking at body B, the difference in this velocity will be the relative velocity, or that is relative velocity of A with respect to B. And similarly, if you are considering body A to be stationary and body B is moving, then the velocity of body B with respect to A is the relative velocity of the body B. So this is the vector VA and this is the vector VB. That is, OA is the velocity of body A and OB is the velocity of body B. Then the velocity of the body A with respect to body B is given by OA vector minus OB vector. And similarly, the velocity of body B with respect to A is given by velocity of OB vector, or the OB vector minus OA vector. So this concept is more clearly explained when we are traveling in a train. So if we are standing on the platform and if the train is moving, we will be able to see that the train is moving at a very faster rate. Suppose we are also in a train and another train moves against us. If both are traveling in the same velocity, we will feel that our train is not at all moving, that is, we are stationary. Suppose if that train is slightly slower, we will feel that we are moving at a faster rate. If it is moving faster than us, we will feel that it is moving faster than us. And moreover, when we are moving in a train, we can see that the stationary objects outside the train, like trees, we will feel that the trees are moving against us. We will assume that we are stationary and the trees are only moving with respect to us. So this concept is called as the relative velocity. In actual case, it is us who are moving at a faster rate, whereas the trees are stationary. But we will be under the perception that we are stationary and the trees are moving. So this is the concept of relative velocity. So the relative velocity of A with respect to B is nothing but the vector difference between the two vectors VA minus VB. So relative velocity of B actually this is AB vector, okay, is equal to OA minus OB. Similarly, the relative velocity of B with respect to A is VBA is equal to vector difference between VB and VA, which is equal to VB minus VA. Okay. So AB vector is equal to OB vector minus OA vector. So if it is B with respect to A, so first letter will be the OB vector and the next A will be the next one, that is OB minus OA. If it is AB, then it will be OA minus OB. So this is how you have to remember. Suppose in this case the bodies were moving in a straight line. So we directly found out the relative velocity by finding out the difference in the vector difference between the two vectors. Suppose one body is moving in a straight line and the another body is moving in an inclined direction. Then to find out the relative velocity, we will be using the parallelogram or triangle law of velocities. So what we are going to do is, we are again going to find out the difference between VA and VB. But what we are going to do is, instead of just adding VA and VB, what we are going to do is, we are going to change the direction of VB as minus VB, and then the resultant can be found out by using the triangular law of vectors by the same vector subtraction. So you have the vector VA and this is the vector VB. Then the closing side will be the relative velocity of B with respect to A. So if you want the velocity of the vector A of the body A with respect to B, that is VAB, the arrowhead will be directed towards A. Suppose you have to find out the velocity of B with respect to A, then the arrowhead will be directed towards the point B. Okay, so if you are having a body A moving with the velocity of VA and another body B which is moving at a velocity of VB, velocity VB in an inclined direction, then you can find out the relative velocity by the closing side of the. So you have to place the vectors in, see the two heads are placed at the point A, O, and then the closing side will give the relative velocity. If it is A with respect to B, the arrowhead will be directed towards A, and if you are finding the velocity of B with respect to A, the arrowhead will be pointing towards the B. Okay. So the relative velocity is given by vector VAB is equal to VA minus VB, that is OA minus OB. Similarly, of B with respect to A is given by VB minus VA, which is equal to OB minus OA. So from this you can find out that velocity of V with respect to A is equal to minus of velocity of B with respect to A. So this is a very important concept. So you can see that the magnitude is remaining the same, whereas there is only a change in the direction. So velocity of A with respect to B is same magnitude as that of velocity of B with respect to A, with only a difference in the direction, or you can say that moves in the opposite direction. So now let us apply this concept to the motion of the link. So let us consider a link AB which is attached to the point A. So now when this is rotating this is executing a rotation motion, or you can say that it is rotating with an angular velocity of omega. Then you can very well say that the velocity of point B with respect to A will be the tangential to the link. So velocity of B with respect to A will be tangential to the link because it is going to rotate, because the point B is rotating with respect to A. Similarly, if you consider any intermediate point C, then the velocity of C with respect to A will also be tangential to the circle. So if you are drawing a circle with AC as radius, then the velocity will be tangential to the circle and the magnitude will be given by AC into omega. And if you want to find out the point with respect of B with respect to A, again if you are drawing a circle, then the velocity vector will be tangential to the circle whose magnitude is given by AB into omega. So if omega is the angular velocity of the link AB about A, then velocity of B with respect to A is equal to omega into AB. So if you have any point C, then velocity of C with respect to A is also equal to omega into AC. So if you find out the ratios between VCA to VBA, then you can find out equal to omega AC by omega AB. So omega will get cancelled. It would be equal to AC by AB. Now let us discuss about the rubbing velocity at a pin joint. So the rubbing velocity is defined as the algebraic sum between the angular velocities of two links which are connected by a pin joint multiplied by the radius of the pin. So let us consider two links . So let us consider two links OA and OB. So OA is rotating with an angular velocity of omega 1 and OB is rotating with an angular velocity of omega 2, and these two links are joined by a pin joint. So you can say that the rubbing velocity at the pin joint is equal to, if it is equal to omega 1 minus omega 2 if the links are moving in the same direction. Suppose if they are moving in the opposite direction, then it is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 into R if the links are moving in the opposite direction. So here you can see in this particular diagram, A is going to rotate in the clockwise direction and B is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. So that means they are moving in the opposite direction. So rubbing velocity is given by omega 1 plus omega 2 into R, where R is the radius of the pin. Okay. So with this brief introduction regarding the velocity of mechanism, relative velocity, we will try to solve problems involving slider crank mechanism and 4-bar mechanism. Thank you.